Hello, I'm Travis Hardman, creator of Pinpoint. I'd like to give a quick demonstration of how Pinpoint tracks strokes gained analytics. I'm not going to go into great detail here about how strokes gained works. If you're not already familiar with it, I'd recommend you pause the video here and check out the links in the description to understand more. As a quick summary, strokes gained is an advanced statistic that gives a complete and accurate picture of your game by comparing each stroke to the average PGA Pro. Good shots, shown here in green, have positive strokes gained. Poor shots, shown in yellow or red, have negative strokes gained. Pinpoint makes it easy to track each stroke, then roll up that data into a picture of each round and your overall performance. In this round at Bethpage, I struggled off the tee, but made up for it with good approach shots and better putting, even edging out the average pro on the greens. And of course, traditional stats like greens in regulation and scrambling are tracked as well. But before we get into analytics, let's look at how Pinpoint gathers your data. The problem with strokes gained is it's difficult to calculate. You need to know the exact distance and lie for every shot, the distance of every putt, the pin position on every hole, and every penalty stroke. Pinpoint is designed to gather all this information with as little effort as possible while still being absolutely precise. I'm here on the tee at the third hole. You'll notice the blue dot on my screen. That's my phone's GPS indicating my location. I can fine-tune the location by dragging, then I just click tee off here. Now, up here in the fairway, I can again track my location. I have the same GPS marker and fine-tuning available. I can even track penalties, hopefully not very often. This location on the edge of the fairway is a good example of the importance of precision. The difference between the fairway and the rough here is huge, almost a third of a stroke. Some apps try to auto-track, but GPS isn't really accurate enough to give you precise location and lie. With Pinpoint, I can fine-tune and click my lie, the stroke is tracked, and I'm good to go. Once I'm on the green, I tap green as my lie, and then enter the pin position. Then I put my phone away and focus on my putting. After I've holed out, I can take out my phone and enter the distance of each of my putts. Then I click Finish Hole, and that's it. The app has everything it needs to make absolutely precise calculations. And I'm on to the next hole. Now let's track another hole without all the commentary. I'll start by tracking my tee shot here. Now one from the fairway. Track my putts. That's all there is to it. The real power of Pinpoint is aggregating all of that data into insights about your game. Let's take a look at some of my stats as a sample of the available analytics. In the areas of my game graph, we can see that my putting's been strong, but I've actually been losing 3 strokes around on ball striking, a stroke and a half on driving, and another stroke and a half on approach. Let's dive into that approach a bit. So approach over time actually looks pretty good. There's a positive trend line, and actually a few recent rounds where I've been better than the average pro. Scrolling down to approach by distance, you can see that the mid irons have actually been pretty strong, and it's really been 150 yards in that's been the problem. Let's take a look at that over time. So looking at 50 to 100 yards, it's been a sore spot all year, and that's something I'm going to need to touch on in my practice going forward. Let's take a look at putting, which was an area of solid performance. The putting over time graph looks great. I'm going to scroll down and look at putting by distance though. And here again you see with short putts I've been really strong, but my lag putting is not as strong. So that's another area that I'm going to add to my practice going forward. Pinpoint contains a wealth of information. Too much to cover in a simple intro video. The best way to understand is to give the app a try. Click the link in the description for a 14-day free trial. Dig in and understand your game better with Pinpoint.